Good morning, guys. How you doing? Still got my pajamas on, that's how morning it is. Trying to wake up. I've got a coffee. Yes, so this is day 2, or part 2, of the Dark Phoenix build, and probably the easiest thing you're ever going to paint, if you're ever going to paint it. Or is it? Let's have a look. So this is our project. This is Dark Phoenix. She's printed in 1/8 scale. It's come out very nicely. The majority of her costume is in black leather, and if everybody knows what colour leather is, it can be any kind of leather. So I've put a bit of red in this, a bit of nocturnal red into some multicolour black, and it's come up with this very, very, very dark red. And what we're going to just do is we're going to cover the whole thing. So where you want to start is creases, get those in like that. And don't be shy, really. This is a quick paint job. It will take no time at all. So if it's a warm day like today, you need to get a wriggle on, basically, because this paint will dry quicker than anything, really. So I'll paint down to the feet, or the foot. I'm getting hungry. That sound is my dog clip-cloppeting across the floor. And it's being disturbing. Oi, you're disturbing me. So turn it over. So as you can see, there's a difference. There is a difference. I don't know if you can see it. I can see it. Rub it on. Rub all this paint on. It's the only way that you're going to do this, and it's not going to leave paint brushes, paint strokes, brush strokes. Right, talking of brushes, I've got some new brushes. This is a new brush by Vallejo. This is my shader filbert brush, and it's very nice. It's very soft. Okay. Okay, so this colour is one hit, so we had to do enough to do the whole model. do it in one go because we just can't mix another batch and expect it to match. So we need to do all the way down to the feet. I'm holding her by the key on her neck. And we are running out of paint. Tiny bit of water just to keep it going. And you all right? Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna try and find somewhere to stand this until she's dry. And I'll come back to you soon. Now I've painted her zipper and the X-Men X on her belt. What I've done is I've taken a little bit of black and put a lot of water in it. So it's like a wash. That's my air freshener. Right. So what it does is, if we go over the zipper like that and let it sit, it will get in between all the little tracks of zipper like that. Make sure that it doesn't go over the edge. But something like that. If you haven't got black, you can always use non-oil or the black Tamiya liner. Just keep tapping until you're satisfied how it's going. I've got a run of the black down that, which I'm not bothered with because we're going to be putting some more black in later. So I'm going to let this sit for a little while, get off the bits of dust that's been floating around, and come back in a little bit. I've got a couple of padded areas on the hips, shoulders, and this part here. And what we're going to use is this Tar Black by Rebel, and it should be like a different kind of shade. It's not black, it's not grey, but it's kind of off black in a way. So just a little bit of coat on there, and what we're going to do is give it a wash with black later on the creases and stuff. So I don't know if you can see, there is a slight difference. One bit bluer than the red of the costume. So I'm going to do the other side and then go do some shading. Okay, on to the next part. What we've done is got the red, we got rubbery grey. I've extended that to the boots. There's an X. We can bring it up. Yeah, there's an X across there, which we've kept in the red, and the rest of the boot is a rubbery black colour. So what we want to do is separate them a bit better than what we have, and what we've got is some watered down black, very watered down black. It flows quite nicely off the brush, and what we're going to do is areas like this, just run it down, let it set, and it will make a definitive shadow or separation from the stitched area. Okie, I think that's a very good explanation for what we're going to do. That is too much on that. So let's take a bit off there, try again. And like that. Okay. If it gets onto where we don't want it, just wipe it off. I would like this to be a quiet day, but some days just can't. Okay, so that's the stitching down to it. Done. If it doesn't show up, just put a bit more on there. Like that. Like that. Nearly dropped it. So let that sit for a little bit. Okay. So I'm gonna let this run. So let's start from the top. Okay. Start from the top. I'm gonna let it run down this crease down here. And down there. And down her stomach. Just one side. And then go back and do. Oop. Go back and do. The other side. Bit like that. Okay, now this area across the ear is both red. So we're going to separate it to there and across there like that. it's basic. Excuse me. So it's basically wherever there is a crease or a separation needed, we're going to put in this black line. Okay. Across there. Like that. Right, so I'm going to carry on doing these lines. It's going to take me forever and get back to you. Okay, separation of the separate. Okay, so I finished doing the lines that go between separate parts of this costume. Going to work on some creases like here. What you want to do is get the same paint as you used before. Thin it down quite a bit, and big brush this time, and put it in the crease like that. Okay, and then get your finger and just rub it off, and hopefully this left in the crease like that, and then we're going to do exactly the same again across there, rub it back like that. Okay, look at it all around. There is a couple of little areas just here, which cross there, like that, and then we're gonna rub it away, and it leaves a little shadow. There are creases down, all the way down here, and just dab between like that and rub it across. Dab, 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 and rub it across like that. And same down here, and rub it away like that. Across there. Like that, and rub it away like that. Easy busy. Right, so bigger creases, like in there, that, and rub, in, rub, in, rub, in, rub. There. One crease at a time. Like that. Down the other side. Across there. Okay. And in there. That. Turn it round. Across there. And like that. Okay. Right, where are we going? There is crease in that. Just inside the collarbone. You can make a definition for a collarbone by going below it. And that one too. Like that. And the back. If we go like that. And then like that. Across there. Across there. Okay, where are we going? That bit there. That bit there. There is a crease there. There is crease there. And across there. There's also an area there, just like body shape, and there, just body shape. So I'm gonna blot that in, and that is that. So now all I need to do is see if there's need for more definition. Bit there. So maybe a bit more than there. You can dab it, you can smear it. Okay, it's crease across there and there. Crease across there and there. Right. There are some creases on her legs. Now, if we do this quickly, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That, cross it like that, and wipe off the top. Okay, do that again. Down this side. Okay, like that. Wipe it straight off. Cross there, wipe it, and wipe it straight off. And wipe it straight off. Okay, doing good. Put it on, take it off. And all that you're left with is the darkness in the shadows. There is around the kneecap. There. Across there. And we'll take it off. And we could take it off the other way. If it's not right, we could take it off that way. So there's a crease across there. And there. We're going to get in there. Okay, so what we've got left to do, Rain's arm piece. So in there, rub it away. Across there, and rub it away. Okay, where are we going next? Okay, I think I'm done. I'll leave that to dry and then I'll give it a varnish. And see where we got to. So that's part 2. Thank you for checking out my channel. You can like and subscribe and do whatever you need to do. That was fun, wasn't it? Right, so we're going to move on to part 3 next. I'll see you over there.